Some hikes are all about conquering a peak, about that push for the summit. But others are different. They're about finding a quiet space, not a place on a map, but a place inside yourself. And that's what we're going to talk about today, in Saguaro National Park, where the real goal is finding this incredible sense of stillness. See, this place isn't just a park. It's really an invitation. Saguaro National Park offers this totally different kind of hiking experience, one that's defined by the huge, quiet landscape of the Sonoran Desert. It's a place where the journey itself, through this amazing forest of cacti, well, that becomes the reward.
So I want you to just hold this question in your head as we go. What if the real prize isn't what you see, but what you hear? Or maybe what you don't hear? This is the core idea we're diving into.
Okay, so the very first choice you have to make at Saguaro is a big one. The park is actually split into two different districts, and they sit on either side of Tucson. Each one offers a totally different flavor of quiet, so let's break them down. Each side of the park really has its own personality. On the left, you've got Saguaro West. This is that classic postcard image you probably have in your head, with these really dense forests of saguaros. It's got more intimate, hilly terrain, and it's super popular. Then there's Saguaro East on the right. This side just feels more remote, more untamed. The saguaros here are older, bigger, more spread out, and it gives you this deep sense of real wilderness and true solitude. So once you've picked your side, the act of just moving through the desert, it starts to change you. It's all about finding a rhythm, like a walking meditation, as you step deeper and deeper into the stillness. And you have plenty of room to find that rhythm. Believe me, the park has over 128 miles of trails. The scale is just incredible. It means that even if it's a busy day, you can pretty much always find a path where your only company is the ancient, silent saguaros. And this is the moment. This is where it all starts. You leave the car behind, you leave the world of noise behind, and the first thing you notice is the sound of your own feet crunching on the gravel. That's it. Then it's the feeling of the dry sun on your skin. Your senses just start to tune in to a whole different frequency.
On a trail like the Hugh Norris Trail, the physical work becomes a huge part of the whole experience. As this quote says, it's like climbing a never-ending staircase. That steady, constant rhythm, it almost becomes meditative. Your mind just quiets down, and all you're focused on is the next step, your breathing, and this vastness opening up all around you.
But yeah, that meditative state, you have to earn it. A tough hike might have an elevation gain of over 2,000 feet. But try not to think of this as some number to conquer. Think of it as the physical price of admission for a deeper, more profound kind of quiet that's waiting for you at the top. Now, to really embrace this whole thing, you've got to prepare. But this isn't about some boring safety checklist. It's about having respect for the environment. Hiking early gets you in sync with the desert's rhythm. Carrying enough water? That's just an act of acknowledging how powerful this land is. And telling someone your plans, that gives you the peace of mind to truly disconnect and just be present. But the quiet in Saguaro isn't just an absence of noise. In some places, it feels like it's filled with the echoes of history. And that brings us to a place called Signal Hill, where the stillness feels, it feels ancient.
Here, you'll find these things called petroglyphs. Now, these aren't paintings. They are images literally carved into the rock surface. They were made by chipping away that dark outer layer. It's called desert varnish, to show the lighter stone underneath. And the age of these carvings is it's staggering. They were created somewhere between 550 and 1,550 years ago by the Hohokam people. So when you're standing there, you're not just in a quiet place. You're in a place that has been quiet for a very, very long time. And that just leads to this really powerful question. What were the Hohokam trying to say? We don't really know for sure what these symbols mean. Were they stories, prayers, maps? But when you're standing there in front of them, in that desert silence, you feel this direct connection to the people who carved them. The quiet becomes a conversation across centuries. So after a day spent walking and just soaking in the quiet, the desert offers one final, absolutely spectacular reward. It's the climax of all that stillness, a finale painted across the entire sky. Golden hour. It's that magical time just before sunset when the light just transforms everything. And in the Sonoran Desert, it is on a whole other level. This quote really captures it perfectly. The harsh sun from the middle of the day just softens, And the saguaros, which have been standing there like these stark statues all day, are suddenly bathed in this warm, almost ethereal glow. The whole landscape just seems to take a deep breath.
But really, experiencing this isn't an accident. It's a practice. You need a bit of a strategy. Get there early so you have time to settle in and watch the whole show. Find your own personal perch, scramble up some rocks. Make the view yours. And most important of all, linger. Don't leave the second the sun drops below the horizon.
Because here's the secret. The real magic happens in the moments after the sun is gone. The sky can just erupt in these colors that are way richer and deeper than the sunset itself. It's like the desert's final, quiet gift to anyone who's patient enough to wait and listen.
So we kind of end right back where we started. A hike in Saguaro isn't really about escaping the world. It's about learning to listen to it and to yourself a lot more clearly. The desert teaches you that sometimes the most profound things are found not in the noise, but in the stillness.